welcome to another episode of The Josh Potter Show. So happy to have you here. Go to the website, thejoshpotter.com. That's where you can find out when and where I'm coming to see you. Coming up, I've got a show in Buffalo, New York at the place I started comedy, Nietzsche's. And that's going to be Thanksgiving weekend, November 30th. And then I got a bunch of stuff in December, and I'll let you know about that in the future. Other than that, this weekend, I'm going to be in Minnesota with Annie Letterman. So if you want to come out and see us, buy the tickets. I got those up on the website as well. And make sure you're emailing us, joshpottershow@gmail.com. That's joshpottershow@gmail.com. So many Roach Reporters sending things in, so many musical numbers. And today we have a wonderful guest. I'm so excited that she could do the show. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jiaoying Summers. Hooray.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Please plug everything right off the rip.
Yes, Jiaoying Summers everywhere. JIAOYING SUMMERS. Social media everywhere. And my website is also this, Summers Comedy. So that's where you can see me live.
Hell yeah. And you have a wonderful podcast, Tiger MILF.
Yes.
And also, I thought we would start out with, because we talk about sports on the podcast here.
Nice.
And so I thought I would ask you about your time with LeBron James. I mean, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen. Here I am watching the LeBron James thing, and there's Jiaoying right in the mix of it. You were, was it the barbershop?
The shop.
The shop,
yeah.
yes. Did they change it? I thought they used to be called the barbershop.
Yeah, they call the shop. It's the whole set is at a barbershop. Somebody is literally getting their haircut.
While it's happening.
Yeah, so I pitched to do a nail bar in there. And, they think it's good for my. It's good. I can make some money.
Sure.
I'll cut LeBron's nails and sell them on eBay. That's good for me.
But I mean, it was LeBron. It was Andre 3000.
Yes.
Who else was there? I forget. There was like a million people.
We had Sexy Red.
Sexy Red.
The rapper. And we had Jerry Lorenzo. He's the founder of Fear of God, the clothing.
Oh.
And Sylvester, Nigel Sylvester. He is a biker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Jared Lorenzen, I thought you were going to say the large quarterback that played in the NFL, and then, he's dead now, actually, Jared Lorenzen, R.I.P., sorry. Oh. But do you ever see Jared Lorenzen? Pull up Jared Lorenzen. This guy, if he was in the barbershop, I would have been shocked.
He's the ghost there?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared. That guy's
Jared. Yeah. Exactly. I misheard. Yeah, look at him.
Well, I see why he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
He played quarterback. Crazy. It was electric, too. Go watch highlights out there if you're... Pause this video and check out some Jared Lorenzen highlights. But I have to play the sports song because I neglected to do that. Let's get right into it. So LeBron, now that you're going to go check out the games with Bronny and LeBron, I mean, he's going to be playing with his own son, basketball. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's really cute.
Also, it makes me feel old because LeBron's like my age and he has a son playing in the NBA and I can't get a woman to date me for more than 2 months.
Same here. I can't get a man to date me. I can keep them for 2 months though.
You keep them longer?
They leave after 2 months mark.
Oh, that's
when they got to know me.
That's the bar? 2 months?
2 months, they really get to know me. They're like, no, that's not what I need.
Well, I'm not going to out you in any way, but I feel like you're doing pretty good. Like, yeah, with the dudes.
No,
I mean, you're like aiming top echelon.
I mean, I get the boys around, but like I think I look like I'm crazy comedian woman, but I'm very serious in the fashion. I'm looking for a third husband.
So they think it's gonna be a like some wild ride.
Yeah, I don't do one night stand. I just I can't do it.
Right. They don't expect you to try and cuff them or what have you.
They would assume that I would be cool because I have a Tiger MILF podcast. I would be a MILF, I would just like and just hang out. But
yeah,
I don't do that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That's kind of what I'm experiencing a little bit different. It's more like, hey, Josh is a weirdo. Let's like have a fun time. And I'm like, so you want to see my parents at Thanksgiving? And they're like, what the f*** are you talking about? You know what I'm saying?
So we are the same. We appear to be crazy and people think we are a good time, but no, we're boring as f***. We just wanted to just lock them down.
Yeah, it's not that. I mean, I could be adventurous or what have you, but I I would like some stability. That's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I have this hot rapper want to date me. He's so hot, but I realize that they cheat. I'm like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be killing people because my career is happening. I don't want to kill anyone.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Rappers and also like, I mean, have you not dabbled in the professional sports, gentlemen?
I have I gone on a few dates with those boys. But,
Which sports have you? You don't have to say who they are, obviously, but what sports did they play?
NBA.
NBA basketball. Okay, it's just basketball players, no football or baseball yet.
Not yet.
Because maybe I'm thinking like I think every sport has a different sort of gentleman. You know what I mean? Like basketball, they're probably a little wild. Those guys.
Yeah.
I would say maybe the safer sports, baseball, although they're on the road all the time. You would get the ick from a baseball player.
Yeah, I don't want other people to be obsessed with his. I think I can't do it.
What about hockey? What about hockey?
No, that's unnecessary. You are skating with the stick. That's grandpa sports. I don't. My dries fast when I see that.
Too much accessories.
Yeah,
in the
like
sports.
no, honey, don't.
I thought it might have been a race preference too. Like hockey might not be your cup of tea.
I used to. I grew up in China. I've never seen black people. I've seen white people because they come to the Great Wall. I don't see a lot of black people. Also like Chinese parents, like they don't want to marry black because black people are portrayed as like not as rich and they are bad, whatever. So I was just like this negative impact. Like I wasn't allowed to date a black man. And then now I'm older. I've grown into my own woman. I'm actually very attracted to black men. And
could that be a rebellion thing too? Like it was the forbidden fruit for so long.
Also, my mom will never talk to me again. So that's
exciting.
Kill one bird with kill two birds with one stone. I got the BBC. I don't have to talk to my mom anymore, and it's not my fault because I fell in love, and she's racist. So that's perfect.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I thought maybe hockey out because there's not too many of
I've been with white boys. I'm good.
Inner city blacks.
Yeah. No, you are. So you are good with them, or you?
I date a lot of white guys.
I see.
Basic thing, but I am. I'm dating black men now.
Okay.
That's my
That's
my
your
golden era. That's when I'm
my
in my full
golden
power.
era, yeah.
Like I just yeah.
This gentleman, he's a baseball player, so this might change your mind though. I don't know. Let's see. Idiot woman Kelly sent this in.
Idiot woman.
Thank you for sending this, Kelly. She's been on a roll lately. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can send in whatever the hell you want. And so this is a celebration. Kike Hernandez plays for the Dodgers, one of my favorite baseball players. And the Dodgers are on a roll, of course, in the NLCS right now against the Mets. And here he is celebrating I believe this is after he hit like a 2-run home run. Play it for us. He comes across that's exactly what you're talking about.
Oh.
That looked like it hurt.
Oh my God. I mean, I like Latino men. They eat like they really do. I didn't
Latino
want Latino. I've never dated. Okay, so I've been with a Chinese guy. I've never dated Asian men because I didn't get myself a boyfriend when I was 17. I wasn't pretty in China. When I was in Kentucky, I was resisting Asian men because I hate them because they don't think I'm pretty. I've been dating white guy, like all white guy, all white guy. And then after my divorce, then I met a Chinese man. I married him in China.
Oh.
Then I divorced him. I got my first Latino man, and Chinese men don't eat
At all.
Chinese guy from China. They think eating gay.
That's crazy because the whole cats thing.
That's the gayest thing
you
ever can say.
They say it's gay. That's funny.
Yeah. So I
So
did
do black guys.
Latino guy. He's a pound. It was wonderful.
That's great. Black guys, I feel like, do the same thing. They say eating is gay.
That's unfortunate.
Is it because it's close to the? What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I feel like they probably want women to go down on them, but they don't want to go down on women. Like some men just think it's. I know in Africa.
Who was that?
Godfrey. Godfrey told me in Africa they think eating is gay.
Right.
But not like I think a black man here would eat.
DJ Khaled, I remember, very anti eating. He was like, he made like a press conference to talk about how eating is like gay or whatever.
But he's like Middle Eastern, right? Is he Arab?
I guess it's DJ. I guess that's true. Yeah, he is.
He's Arab.
Yeah, they certainly don't eat.
No.
No, they do not. They would never.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's Palestinian.
Yeah, so he's something over there, at the end of the day. But that's good to know. I'm happy that we sparsed all of that out.
Yeah, it's very important.
We have some news items to get to. I'm going to go right to not a lot of sports this week because sports are happening, but everything's been kind of on the up and up. And so many Roach reporters sending in news articles this week. So I wanted to get to them. I've got like a backlog here. I got a really peculiar email here that I feel like we have to address. Maybe you can help out this gentleman too, because it is alarming. Where the hell is it here? Oh boy.
Third one down.
Here it is. Okay. It says, "Hey, Josh, Alex, and other roaches. Thanks for taking the time to read this report. I hate to say it, but there will be no more contributions. The past 10 years have been very hard for me, and the reason is inconsequential. My point is that along with some other shows/podcasts, you are a highlight of my dreary existence. I couldn't leave without at least submitting a story and saying thanks. Feel free to put it up or not, but know that I appreciate you so much. Here you go." It's about a man who, we'll get into the story in a second, he suffers a tear in his aorta while masturbating. And he suffered a heart condition during masturbation session. But before we get to the story, Wyatt Anderson sending this in, I don't know what this cryptic email is all about. Are you sick? Are you dealing with some things? But at the end of the day, I want you to stick around and send in more Roach reportings, right? I think we can all agree. I mean, I don't know if this is one of those things like that you're going to do something yourself there, but if you do, I got the old text 988 for suicide crisis hotline. I mean, I would rather you do that and keep sending in Roach reportings. If you're sick, well, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But we love you, and so we hope you stick around and send in more things. But let's get into this article. Oh, my Lord. Masturbation, it's a sticky wicket in the first place, right? I mean, you get down that path. You're doing it too often. How often you got to do it, you think?
Me? I don't.
No, I'm saying this gentleman, like a guy. I mean, yeah, were you about to say you don't?
I don't touch myself. I want real meat. I don't like Impossible Burger. Like I want a real fucking cock. If it's a dildo or no, fuck that shit. I want my real meat. If I don't have it, I wait for it.
I've heard that actually expressed many times by women. Also, I mean, the ones that do masturbate, they're like, I don't use any foreign objects. That's got to be wild. To have to like insert something into you, and then you have to clean it afterwards. That's why
I don't put my finger in my pussy. My finger is used to point down on my children, like telling them I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I don't use this. No.
Yeah. You can't cross church and state there.
No.
Well, of course, men don't have the resistance that you have, unfortunately, because I mean, I've never fucked one of these things, these like machines. I make it a point to say that. I've endorsed some of them. But I haven't fucked them. And I might lose some money down the road. I don't know. We'll take this out if that's the case, if the auto blow people come for me. But at the end of the day, I don't like fucking a machine because then it's like you have to clean it afterwards. Women have to do that too with these things. They have to put them in their dishwashers and stuff. I think that's just too much for me. I'm not on board with that. So I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. But this man, who knows how many, I mean, this is something that's scary to me. Masturbation was the cause of a 59-year-old man's potentially deadly heart complication, and it left doctors concerned and baffled. You don't ever want to leave doctors baffled. According to medics who treated the New Yorker, the self-pleasure session caused a tear in his aorta, the artery that carries blood from the heart to the body. Such events were considered a medical emergency that killed up to 1/3 of these unlucky enough to suffer a similar medical emergency. So that means there's like a bunch of people that are doing this. It
seems like it's not just this guy, and there's enough to have medical stats on it, which it's got to be pretty significant.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is like a cautionary tale. Maybe I cut it out, I'm getting older. I'm 38 now. I'm going to get close to this guy's age. And if I can't masturbate, then what the hell am I even doing on this planet at the end of the day,
Was that like a, one of those commercials for like Viagra or Cialis or something where like ask your doctor if you're healthy enough for sex? Is it those type of people who are like, I don't know, if you get too excited, you might have a cardiac arrest.
Let's find out here. Unusually, the man suffered no chest pain, shortness of breath, or loss of consciousness. Instead, a medical report explained that shortly after masturbating, he'd experienced lightheadedness and a tingling sensation in both his hands and jaw. That's like a heart attack, right? When you get that, like they say, like you get that jaw behind your jaw pain. You're like, he's having one of those.
Or like you sucked a really big cock.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's that. Maybe he was like using dildos in other ways. You know, I mean,
Oh,
guys can use them
goodness.
too, I guess, just to, if they want to fuck around with it in their mouth or whatever. Do women do that? Do they masturbate with the dildo in their mouth?
I feel do all
seems
kinds of
weird.
crazy stuff. I just do things that's efficient. I want a real cock on a real man. I'm just doing
Sure.
whatever I can to trap that guy. I don't use any fake stupid shit. Like if I don't have a nice dick, I'll just look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, you are not enough. Go to the gym. Don't eat. You don't need the food. The fat on you is gonna last you for 2 more months until I get my nice cock. You know, I'm not
That's
gonna use
incredibly
little fucking
disciplined.
dildo to just like put in my pussy. Fuck that shit. I don't have the time for it.
That's incredible discipline.
Yeah, I am very disciplined. As a communist peasant, I wanted to make sure I do whatever I can to get what I want.
Yeah, I'm the opposite of that. I do whatever I want, and then I go, what the hell? How come I'm not getting all the things?
Well, you need a Chinese mom.
I do
I'm
need a
telling you,
Chinese mom.
On my wedding day, she makes sure my dress is one size smaller so I can lose weight.
Goals.
I had a big lunch. I can't zip it. My mom just bent me over and put her finger in my mouth. She finger banged me. I threw up. And then I got up and she goes, you're welcome.
Wow.
That's Tuesday. I'm like, on my wedding day.
Golly, that is something else. I definitely don't have a Chinese mom. But she did. My mom did scare me about things.
She does. Like
It was a lot of like morbid, like she'll tell a story about like, she used to say like when I started driving, she told me a story about like when you're driving at night, be very careful about deer in the road because, well, Sally and Jeff were driving one time and they hit a deer and the deer went through the windshield. And when it came to, everyone kind of came awake and the deer smashed the faces of Jeff and Sally in. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? So don't hit a deer, check. All right, I wouldn't want to do it regardless of the morbid story you told me about it. But
Oh my God.
either way, that's the kind of thing she always likes to. My mom's like, first thing she tells me on the phone or whatever is about someone dying or something. You know, like I checked in on her when the blizzard happened in Buffalo and she was like, oh, yeah, I'm doing great. Do you remember the Hartnett twins? Yeah, their dad had a aneurysm while he was shoveling. I'm like, okay. Cool. I don't remember them at all.
Is she Jewish?
New Catholic.
Oh,
Yes.
she's obsessed with death.
Oh yeah, big time. And she's very healthy considering, but I don't know. This guy's not very healthy. I mean, this whole thing's that after he'd suffer of vague symptoms, the man decided to lie down and he experienced an episode of urinary incontinence. I don't even know what that means.
Piss
But-
on yourself.
Oh, that's when he pissed. I thought it was like, I can't piss.
Oh,
I have to, but I can't. No, so he just
Did he
It's not
die?
being able to control like when you piss.
Fearing he was suffering from sepsis, a potentially fatal immune system infection, doctors immediately prescribed him with antibiotics. Even though his symptoms improved, the man suffered dizziness when he tried to walk, and he had to be admitted to further heart tests, all from masturbating. I guess that's kind of a good thing that he jerked off and found out that he was dealing with this affliction, right? I mean, then he was like, I get the heart attack out of the way. He wasn't doing it while... you ever hear about these people who have sex and they have the heart attack, like Alex was mentioning?
yeah, like they die on the pussy. Like
Yeah.
Richard Pryor's father died on a pussy.
He died. I didn't
Yeah,
know
young
that.
woman. He was fucking a 20-year-old and he died. So it was a good way to go.
Oh my God! What if a guy died inside you? Would you actually think like man,
That's
this-
what happened to Bruce Lee. I would wish, I wish I was fucking him. And imagine the pussy that killed Bruce Lee. I mean, she kung fu killed his dick and she killed him. Like she's the deadly.
That's what I'm
woman
saying.
alive.
I
You
would.
imagine killing Bruce Lee from fucking him with your pussy.
I mean, yes. I want to know
gold
what that
star
feels
pussy.
like exactly.
That's a Chinese star pussy.
So you're saying if you killed someone with your pussy, you would be proud of it?
I'll be very proud. I'll be like, you're welcome.
Yeah. Because that's true. I mean, if I was on a Hinge date and the woman was like, yeah, I haven't been sexually active lately because my last sexual partner died inside of me, I would be like, I've got to try that.
Yeah, you have to try. How good is it?
Yeah, how good is it exactly? Well, this was sent in from T-Bone. I don't know what, if you ever had Burger King, you don't seem like a person that would
No,
subject
I
yourself
don't
to
eat
such.
any garbage food.
Right.
I can't afford
The
it because
discipline thing.
I'm single. I need to look hot to trap dicks. I can't.
If you ever had, have you ever had any of the fast foods here
No.
stateside? Never.
No, when I eat it, I'm physically sick because any time I put something pouring in my mouth, it tastes like a broke dick.
Yes. No, I mean, that is, Burger King is the taste of broke dick. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're getting someone to buy you Burger King,
Yeah.
although on Uber Eats nowadays, it's
Yeah.
pretty expensive. It's almost like you could just go to fucking Nobu instead of getting Burger
I
King
need
on
caviar
Uber
in my
Eats.
mouth.
Well, this gentleman is a cop, a sheriff. He calls for backup after Burger King messed up his order. Squad cars show up with sirens blaring. Georgia sheriff was so ticked off when Burger King botched his order that he called for backup. Cobb County Sheriff Craig Owens, Whopper-sized beef with a fast food eatery, was caught. I hate fucking cheeky articles like that. This guy is a Whopper-sized beef. LOL. They're like putting in all this funny little puns. It shows the top cop sending his deputies to the restaurant after his staff allegedly got his order wrong, according to WSB TV. 3 deputies were dispatched to the scene with lights flashing and sirens blaring. Hey, do me a favor, Owens tells the deputy while sitting in his truck in the parking lot of the local fast food outlet. All I need is the owner name of whoever owns this damn facility or manager. I wanted to get his female passenger. Oh, wow. He's got a female passenger in the cop car? Oh, boy. Look, is there video of all this?
Trying to find it. I don't think it's in this article.
Damn.
This
So
is
he's on a date.
this is insane. Like neither the cops or the Burger King people are getting paid enough to do this shit.
Right.
Relax.
The cop, what's the low, not to demean any occupations. I'm just talking income bracket. What would you ever date a public service person?
I would date them because they are hot with a gun, but not for
Sure.
the money because
Right.
I'm the one who's making the money.
Right. So
Yeah,
you
I
don't care about the
I don't
money.
care about money. They just have to listen, like chill and listen to me.
Okay.
Don't talk back.
A cop, I don't know if they're listeners necessarily. I've seen a lot of them
I
not
don't think they understand my English anyway, so they won't even. I don't mind if the guy's don't make enough. I don't care if they are a good person.
Okay. Well, that's good.
That'll be good because there's rich guys that's nasty.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, we know all about those people.
Yeah.
He wanted to get his female passenger a Whopper, no mayo, cut in half. And I don't need no damn money back no more. I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do an official complaint. The deputies are seen approaching the restaurant where freaked out Burger King employees had locked the door and had to be coaxed to let the cops in. That's got to be a nightmare. Think about some of these employees. They probably have warrants. They got some things they're just trying to dodge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're just like the fry cook and all of a sudden the cops are coming because you got an order wrong, that is my nightmare, actually.
Oh God.
It's like, imagine the cops are just storming the Burger King you work at because you got an order wrong. That is dystopian. Nobody's in trouble. We just want some names. Yeah, that's what they always say. The guy out there, he's just going to file a complaint for his food. The incident happened on March 4th, 2023, but bubbled up last week in the midst of Owens' re-election bid. So this guy's like, also a fucking politician. I see. They elect sheriffs sometimes. So is this the video?
Yeah.
What is this? All right.
All I want to know is how good is her pussy for all this drama?
Yeah.
How good is it?
Not good
Tell
enough
me.
to take her someplace else other than Burger King. I'll say
I
that.
know. At least it goes in and out.
What does this say? Yeah, exactly.
Craig Owens
It's just
called them
restated
to
in the news
Burger
article
King.
mostly.
Do me a favor.
This dog's.
I need to get. All I need is the owner name or whoever owns this damn facility.
Yeah, right? That's
God
even
damn.
more
The video
scary.
was grabbing voter attention Friday night.
So this guy's running for
I don't
election.
need no damn money back no more. I just need to find out who owns this place so I can do an official complaint.
He tells the deputies Burger King staff got his order wrong.
I want to order her a Whopper with no mayo cut in half.
He's got the
right?
fucking
deputies
whole
go to the door.
squad coming up behind him. You hear him.
And they were so concerned that they locked the doors.
Staff give the deputies names, and they bring it out to the sheriff.
That's all I need.
The video is from 2023. Sheriff Craig Owens is running for re-election.
Oh, it's from. So this
year,
happened
his
and they didn't even
opponent,
care. No one
David
raised an
Cavender,
eyebrow, but now he's
first
running
posted
for
it
election.
online overnight.
I think it is an abuse of power.
Mike Donnellinger is running as chief deputy and called it intimidation and a waste of resources.
Deputies run lights and siren, placing citizens at risk and his deputies.
Yeah, they're
at risk
running red
just
lights
Can I
to
have
get to
my
the-
DUI revoked now?
clearly could have been followed upon on another day.
The sheriff called
There's
it
some
a
guy
business
drunk in the
dispute
drive-thru
that
like,
any citizen
"Fuck,
can make."
they
He did not
know.
respond to 2 requests to go on camera, but in a statement he wrote in part, "I have always worked to build confidence and trust in leadership."
All right, I don't need to see his
To our
fucking
citizens
statement
and
about it.
residents,
You called backup at a Burger King, you lunatic.
Yeah.
I mean,
For a Whopper.
yeah, I would never, if I was in that guy's position, I would maybe say I was trying to flex with a lady in the passenger seat. I would have said all that shit that he
There's
said.
a dog
maybe.
in the back too.
Yeah, and it's like, because the manager talking to him's got weed in his pocket.
Yeah.
So he's
For sure.
freaking out. And that's why they're locking the doors, because you think he's got weed in his pocket. Imagine the rest of them. So, yeah, I mean, I would like maybe say like, I'm like trying to flex, with the woman in my passenger seat. And I would try and flex a little bit. I'm not calling in the backup squad. That's insanity.
Yeah,
And then-
just send the
'cause-
dogs out.
Just send the dog in there. There's another cop that's in the news here. Jefferson Alley sent this in. Charlotte County deputy fired after trespassing. So that's always fun to think. If as a cop, how do you get caught trespassing? 3 strikes and this woman is out, say police. Nicole Kowalski struck out at Cool Today Park in Northport. What's Cool Today Park? Do we know, Alex, at all?
Is that the name of the Braves stadium?
Is
seems
it?
I think it's the name of the Brave Stadium.
I thought that was Acrisure, or no, I don't remember what it was called. Truist Park, I thought was.
Yep, home of the Atlanta Braves.
Oh, it used to be called Truist. New 9/11 audio gives listeners a front row seat to the night back in March. So this is the Atlanta Braves Stadium in Northport. We have somebody kind of just walking around in the back, security guard says. She's running now. She's in the backfields right now. Sounds like he's doing play-by-play on the woman running on the field, and she's back at the track. Do we have the audio of this 911 call?
No, we can't find the audio.
Well, at least I guess I have to do it myself. He replied, "She's something." And then speaking into the trespasser directly, "Ma'am, you can't go on the field. You might think it's funny, but it's not. You're going to jail today." When Northport
It
police...
sounds like every comedian on stage.
Yeah, when the security's not around and there's people like walking up. "You're going to go to jail." Turns out they're not. When Northport police arrived, Kowalski admitted she's in law enforcement too.
Oh,
Paramedics evaluated her for a Baker Act on scene. What does that mean? When
Baker Act?
Does that mean she's like...
Baker Act is where you intern somebody in a psychiatric facility if they're a danger to themselves or others.
God, I'd love to go get a Baker Act on me once in a while, you know? They'd be
Baker
like...
Act is very good.
Kowalski did not meet the criteria, so instead she was charged for her crimes. The unusual behavior, although it's bizarre, did not necessarily meet the criteria of being Baker Acted. I've never even heard that verb before.
It's only in Florida. Apparently, it's like something that Florida's allowed to do. So we don't have it here, and if you haven't lived in Florida, you're probably not familiar with it.
Interesting. An internal affairs document from CCSO reports that they had been trying to get Kowalski to come in for a fit for duty evaluation weeks before the ballpark trip because of an incident that occurred during training. What would have occurred during training where they're like, "You're mentally unfit to do the job.
Oh my God.
We're going to evaluate you to see if you can be a deputy." It's tragic that it happened this way, but at some point, you can't make somebody do something they don't want to do. You don't know if it's mental health history, you don't know if it's substance abuse history, or you don't know if it's a combination. Once arrested, she was then fired. Yeah, you can't just be breaking in. She could be having delusions of like, fighting a crime. What's like the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where he was like, tracking down a bomb inside the Pittsburgh Penguins stadium. This lady's like, "No, I have to save the Atlanta Braves." Ma'am, there's nobody here. The season's over. What are you doing? You went to Kentucky. Was that the first place that you were?
Yeah, I
in
went from
America?
China to Kentucky directly.
That's a wild culture
because,
shock, I'm sure.
Yeah, it was crazy. I didn't speak any English. I mean, I still don't speak English, but I was taking English as a second language class. I was a math tutor for the Kentucky basketball team.
Wow. Who was playing on the Kentucky basketball team back then? Do you have any
Anthony
recollection?
Davis, John Wall.
All right.
Those are
gonna
good
say,
ones.
They were good, yeah.
Yeah, they are very good. I had no idea who they are. I was just assigned to tutor. And after I start tutoring those guys, all of the girls are nice to me all of a sudden. Because I wasn't pretty. I was geeky. I was very skinny. And I was slouching to hide my boobs. Nobody likes me. No girls want to hang out with me. After that, they all treat me like a queen. They want the numbers.
I mean, you say you weren't pretty. I can't imagine that was the case.
I think I was hiding. I was wearing glasses.
Oh, yeah.
slouching,
It was
trying
like
to,
she's all that syndrome.
Yeah. And then I started to hang out with a model. And then I started to dress up and, just become a hoe.
Yeah, that's like
I
a
won
teen
the
movie.
best ass in the bluegrass.
Well, there you go. Best ass in bluegrass. That's
It's
fun.
a competition. It's an ass competition.
What year? So do you have like
It was,
a trophy plaque?
I had the money. I had cash. They give me $3,000. The best ass in the bluegrass is in a strip club.
Oh, wow. Is this all the years? Can we?
I think that's like not really real.
Or is this
That's not real.
This
That's
is
all the strippers.
This is just some guy's site?
It's for Platinum Plus strip club. They recruit new strippers. They use my roommate was a stripper. We had a there, and I lost, so I had to do the competition. So they basically have the girls. The winner won $3,000. So I remember there's like 7 girls. I was one of them, and what you do is that you walk down the strip pool in a bikini, And you would answer one question. What would you do with the $3,000 you won? And the loudest cheer get the money.
What did
so
you say?
the first girl, she's like, I love animals. They are getting abused. I want the money to donate to the Lexington Humane Society for the dogs and the cats. Second one is a Latino girl with a real ass. But like, my grandma is in the hospital. I want to pay for her bills. And I just come up and be like, if you scream for me, I'm buying everybody's a shot. I won.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
It's
They're the grandma one. They're like, I guess.
Yeah, so they love the free shot.
Hell yeah, that's a great way to go about it.
I give the bartender $200 and he went to CVS, bought vodka bottle, so I didn't use the drink from the bar.
Oh, yeah. Was it one of those strip clubs where they don't have
They're very expensive. Yeah, it's cost so much money buying shots everywhere. But,
I see.
I saved money.
Awesome. That's a fun story.
I mean, I'm very proud of it.
Yeah. I mean, of all the college accolades, that's
I always have the best ass in the bluegrass.
That's great.
Yeah, that's something I'm always proud of.
What made you pick Kentucky, or was it just...
I didn't pick it. I was applying for school. I want to come to America. That's what I wanted. I want to become an actress, and I couldn't get in any school play in China because in Chinese beauty standard, I'm not attractive because I have big lips, big jaw, and they want skinny girls with V-shaped face and white too. Like a skinny white, like whiter
That's
than
so weird.
Kim Kardashian's bleached asshole. They want you to be white. You see the K-pop girls, right? They are white.
Yeah.
They are see-through.
Of
They're
course.
translucent. So I want to go to America, but my mom didn't want me to, so I had to apply school on my own. I got my first offer from University of Kentucky. I just need a visa to come here. I can always move, from Kentucky to LA. But if I don't go, I have to go to college, and I just want to leave. So I got my first offer. I just took it and got a visa, and I came.
Do you have like Wildcat pride still, or was your time there good?
Yes. C-A-T, cats. Yeah, I love, UK, Big Blue. It was beautiful. It was great. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm a Kentucky girl.
Do you get back often? Have you gone back to perform?
I drink moonshine too. I drink moonshine, and now they invite me back to their comedy festival to play this theater in Kentucky, which is nice. They know who I am, and it's nice.
That's great. I was going to say, there's like, if you go to Cincinnati, like Go Bananas is basically in Kentucky. I want to say.
Very close. Cincinnati is like 25 minutes.
That's awesome. This story comes from Kentucky, by the way. Max Mashenko sent this in. It is about dismembered mother in Kentucky, and I thought of you when I saw this story because I thought maybe you would appreciate this.
Nice.
This is out in Mount Olivet, Kentucky. A 32-year-old woman is in custody after Kentucky State Police found her mother's dismembered body lying behind their Robertson County home Wednesday afternoon. Kentucky State Police said in a release that troopers were called to the home on Briarly Ridge Road just before 12 p.m. That is like, lunchtime. Wednesday, after dispatchers received a call regarding a dead body. It was like a horror movie, said the resident, Alan Lanehart. It's just a bad situation. It's just surprised everyone. You never would know. A man who has arrived to work at Trudy Fields' property said that Fields did not answer the door when he knocked. The KSP citation read, when he walked around to the back of the home to locate the woman, he told dispatchers he found a pile of hair that appeared to be Fields' along with a blood-stained mattress and drag marks in the grass. Yeah, I'd say that's a tough thing to come across. You go, oh boy. I don't know if I was coming across that, I would probably stop looking.
Oh, wow.
Just because I don't want to see any more stuff.
Oh,
Ooh, is this the guy? Yeah. Play it.
Never know. I sat down with Alan Lanehart Friday to talk about it. He says he's lived in Mount Olivet his whole life, and while he's heard similar stories,
but we hear about this in other states, other places.
He never expected something like this.
Can you pause it for
here.
a second? Look where this guy lives. You can't expect anything to happen here. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like every time they have something like this, they're like, I can't believe it happened here. It's like, I can't believe anything happens there.
Yeah,
there's no people there.
Yeah, if you kill someone, nobody can hear it.
Yeah, exactly. And until this guy goes snooping around, that's how they find it. All right, keep playing it.
He says he's lived in Mount Olivet his whole life, and while he's heard similar stories,
but we hear about this in other states, other places.
He never expected something like this to happen here. At this house on Brearley Ridge Road, where on Wednesday, KSP arrested 32-year-old Toralina Fields. Troopers say they found her covered in blood while a woman's dismembered body lay outside in the backyard.
Just out
in the open. The police weren't the first to make the gruesome discovery. A handyman called it in. The reporting trooper wrote the man showed up to do some work for Fields' mother, but when no one answered the door, he walked around the side, only to find drag marks in the grass and a torso. The handyman told
Just
KSP
the
he
torso,
believed it was
God.
Field's mother. He added that just a day earlier, the woman was still alive, walking him off the property as Fields shouted at them, quote, casting spells and being confrontational.
And just the idea that it could possibly be a daughter, doing that to her own mother. I mean, how does that make you feel?
Sad. Sad for the family.
What's this
Fields
poor guy
will face
supposed to
a
say? Is
judge
this
in
guy
Harrison
just at a
County, just
diner?
outside Lexington,
He
Monday
has
afternoon.
Halloween decorations
She's
behind
facing
him, which
several.
just feel like they're in poor taste.
Sad,
There's
sad.
like literally a couple ghosts and like a little
Jesus.
spooky.
There's like a little gravestone or whatever.
And a fake pumpkin.
So this guy's just like eating breakfast at the local restaurant. They're like, hey, you heard about that torso that was found, right? What do you think about that? And this poor guy has to like search for the words. What do you think about that mother? It could be a daughter killing the mother. And he's like, that's sad, I guess. What do you want me to say? I thought that was the guy that found it initially. And I was like, oh, I see why they're interviewing. But now that I just find out it's just a resident, it's like the only guy in the town that they could find.
Yeah, the only person
They're like, hey.
who still have some teeth left.
yeah. They can understand. That's an interesting thing about you being in Kentucky. You said like English was your second language and you were learning it. That's a wild place to learn English
We also
from.
learn English there. Everybody should be taking that class with me.
Yeah. The rest of the fucking student body should take that as well. That's wild. Was that difficult for you to pick it up then? Because they speak it in such a specific way.
As they do, but they because it's much better than learning in China. Because learning in China, there's no English environment. I actually also got a job at a cafeteria and Japanese restaurant. It helped me learn fast because if you get the order wrong, they call you. You have to really
They get
listen.
racist with you.
I mean, they think I was or. They don't really know what kind of species I am, but they know I'm.
I see. Is it more offensive when they call you a different one?
I don't care as long as I get paid. I'm happy. Like I don't really care. It's not something that concerns me. I just.
Yeah, but there must be one of them that you would be like, come on.
Yeah, there's like they ask me like, well, what dog meat tastes like. It's like I'm like, what do your cousin's pussy taste like? I'm very fast with my comeback.
If they were mistaking you for a certain other race.
Filipino? No.
Yeah, like that's what I was.
No.
Yeah, there's got to be one that you go, all right, come on, I'm not. Yeah, what the fuck?
I'm kidding. In Filipinos, like when you are called a Filipino in Hong Kong, like I was shopping with my mother. I went to Miami. I got real tan with my black friends and my Latino friends. We got so tan. I went there with my mom, and the store owner just whispered to my mom, is your friend Filipina? Like cancer, like.
Yeah.
My mom was like, how dare you call her the P word? She punched her. It was bad. But my mom, listen, I'm happy in America being called Filipina means you're hot. You got the big lips, you got nice, skin and nice hair. Like in America, being a Filipino is hot. Being a Chinese, like, oh, she's bony,
That's wild.
Yes.
Yeah, beauty standards seem to be the opposite.
Oh, it's so stupid in China.
It's crazy.
Here too, people are just like getting the duck lips and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's
in
crazy.
China, my mom would give me concealer to cover my lips to draw like baby bird asshole lip inside.
So are they having opposite procedures in China for plastic surgery where they're actually reducing lips?
Yeah, they remove jawline, they make a nose taller. Because in America, you want nose smaller, right?
I guess, yeah. I like a big one.
You like a big nose?
I like a prominent nose.
Yeah, but so when she suck your dick, she can kind of massage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, nice prominent nose, big beak on there. I like
That's
that quite
nice.
a bit. But yeah, I feel like they have other procedures that they don't do. Like they must be flabbergasted at the fact that we're using lip filler.
When I was in Kentucky, somebody asked me, do you have fillers on your lip? I said, yes, filled with shame.
Oh my God. T-Bone sent in a story. Go back to the top there, Alex. This one's about a weird break-in into a home. He sent this to joshpottershow@gmail.com. That's where you can send everything in. This is in Monmouthshire, Wales. This is over in England. Or Wales, I guess, is that a country, Alex? Tell me.
It's they're their own country, but it's all broadly part of the UK.
It's all part of that United Kingdom.
Yep.
Have you ever been there? You did a whole Europe thing, didn't you?
Catherine Zeta-Jones is from, right, Wales.
Oh.
So they produce beautiful women. I haven't done Europe yet, but I'm going to do it next year, which is going to be fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, I did a couple things with Tom Segura, but I haven't been over there like to headline, and I'd like to do the United Kingdom. Is that what they call it now? You can call it, what if I can't call it England?
No, so it's England is a country. The United Kingdom is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And then Great Britain is literally the island that England, Scotland, and Wales are on.
All right.
But
See?
all broadly England. They're all.
That's why we pay him the big bucks.
Yeah, he deserves every penny.
A woman was shocked when she returned home from work one day to find dry laundry, a stocked fridge, and an empty wine bottle. She's like, I'm a slob. This is not how I operate. Did I drink that bottle of wine? I've done that too, where I come home and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to smoke weed. And then I go to the weed jar and it's empty. And I'm like, I smoke all this fucking weed. God damn. The woman initially noticed something was wrong when she returned home on July 16th and realized items had been moved around in her lawn and a recycling bin was entirely emptied. The suspect even left a note for the woman, don't worry, be happy, eat up and scratch. What does that fucking mean? According to authorities, other discrepancies included a filled bird feeder, new shoes unpacked and trash recycled, groceries were put away, potted plants were moved, a toothbrush head was replaced, an empty wine bottle, another open wine bottle, a bowl of candy, and laundry out to dry. So this man's putting out candy. He's cleaning laundry and everything like that. The woman said she was too scared to return back to her home after the incident and had to stay with a friend. I think she just wanted more work done in her house. You know what I mean?
I feel like that's a marriage, you know? He's doing shit, he's not fucking her. That's...
Yeah, this poor guy's not even getting any ass out of this. He's just fixing up her home. Yeah, and she had to go stay with a friend. She was like, maybe he'll mow the lawn if I stay out long enough, you know? Get those, the runner boards.
And kill my mom later.
yeah. Chop her
He'll
up.
kill my mom too. On my mom's torso in the backyard.
2 weeks after the crime, until he was caught, I was living in a state of heightened anxiety I had never experienced before. This woman's just like feeling self-conscious that her house was so messy. I wondered if it was somebody who knew me, if it was going to turn into a stalking incident, if he knew I lived alone, and if I had been targeted. I think this guy knows a lot more if he's like putting your recycling away. I mean, this guy like knows how your household works.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He's actually like redesigning. He's like making the feng shui in her apartment even better, or home. A similar burglary break occurred back on July 29th, in which the suspect was caught on surveillance cameras. The man took a shower, ate and drank food, and even left the hot tub dirty, says the BBC. The homeowner saw the suspect on his cameras and sent his son-in-law to check on the house. The young man saw the suspect and told him to leave, and he obliged, but he was later arrested. There's something weird about a guy who's not even burglarizing your home. He's just like living in it when you're not there.
He left the bathtub dirty. Why would he clean it? Like, I'm gonna clean it?
He's obviously a hobo of some kind.
I'm not cleaning the bathtub.
He cleaned stuff for that other woman. This one, he didn't clean the tub, though.
Yeah.
He must not be into these.
That's why you can't compare to other people. You'll never be happy.
Yeah, it's true. The man was identified as 36-year-old Damian Wojnalowicz.
That last name is going to do it.
Yes, it's Polish.
If I have that last name, I'll be doing dumb shit.
And he was connected to that initial burglary as well through DNA evidence. He was sentenced to 22 months of prison after pleading guilty to 2 counts of burglary. According to the attorney, Tabitha Walker, the man was homeless when see what I say? Hobo activities.
Yeah, they're homeless.
He wasn't even robbing them. He was just coming in and living. That like
he lived there. He's like, I live here.
Yeah. And can I just live here in your off time? Imagine it gets so desperate out there that people are Airbnb-ing their home just like while they're at work to hobos.
I heard the story of this woman Airbnb her home, and those people really refuse to leave.
Wow.
They stay
they
there.
stay
I'm just going to the I'll be like, fuck off, you dumb bitches. I'll go there and them with knife. I'll go there with a samurai sword and be like, fuck you. You don't live here. I'll show you who live here. I'll cut them up.
Well, it's even scarier when they don't declare it and they just do it. It's like a parasite situation where they're like living in the basement and you don't even know they're there. They're just like in the floorboards and they come out at night.
That's why it exists.
Yeah, that's why you got to get one.
Shoot that fucking bitches. Get the fuck out of my house.
I saw a thing like that where it was like a guy was in his apartment and he kept hearing like noise in his floorboards, and he like was like hearing some like, I don't know, banging or something. And he peeled up one of the floorboards and he saw a guy's eye. They were just like laying under the fucking floorboards.
It's a pretty horror movie.
Yeah, it's like that's how bad the homeless situation is. People are like, I'm just gonna crawl under this floorboard here and I'll sleep there. Unbelievable. Well, moving forward from Adam Dallas, this one came in. This one's a little a little darker. Out in
A
Akron,
little
Ohio.
darker after the torso? Okay.
Yeah. Investigators are digging deeper into a case involving a former Summit County deputy who was fired in 2022 for having sex with an inmate. Since then, she has become the focus of a criminal investigation. So it's a woman who is having sex with an inmate. Now, I'd imagine that is below the poverty line, and you couldn't fall in love with an inmate.
I mean,
like whilst in jail. You hear about that all the time. These inmates, I've been having this is what I talk about when it comes to dating, because it's like, these women are dating guys in jail, and they're like, I'm in love with him. It's crazy to me.
I mean, Charles Manson got a wife after he came out, you know?
I know. Isn't that nuts? And I can't even get a date out here. We generally don't identify people who claim to be victims, but in this case, we're making an exception because the alleged victim feels the Summit County Sheriff's Office failed to follow up on the complaint he filed over a year ago. Jordan Schwertner, 30, gave us permission to tell his story. He accuses SCSO of not properly investigating his complaint despite federal laws to protect him as an inmate in July of 2022 after he was arrested on drug charges and he was serving time in the Summit County Jail where he was he met the now former deputy April Woodside. Does he give a speech here?
So she with him?
Yes, according to this man. Let's see what they say.
To a case involving a former Summit County deputy fired for having sex with an inmate.
Yeah, well, she is the focus of a criminal investigation, and now we're learning the inmate filed a complaint against her more than a year after that incident happened.
All right, 19 investigator Mike Mason is breaking this story tonight.
We generally don't identify people who claim to be victims of.
Mike Mason, we said that already.
We're making an exception. He feels the sheriff's office hasn't properly investigated his complaint, despite federal laws that protect him as an inmate. In July of 2022, Jordan Schwertner was arrested on drug charges and serving time at the Summit County Jail. 3 months later, Schwertner says he began flirting with now former deputy April Woodside.
Hold on a minute.
She's a lesbian.
Yeah, pause.
She's a lesbian.
At first, I'm like, how do you guy? You got to get a hard dick inside you. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute. Maybe she put on one of the things that you were talking about earlier, a strap over here, and then fuck the guy from behind. That'd be crazy. What are you looking up over here?
I was just trying to find a still photo of her because we couldn't go back in that video.
I mean, there you go.
No, she's a lesbian.
She looks like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone.
Yeah, she's yeah.
I like her little suit too.
She's gay.
Is this something that Jeff Dunham usually puts on his lap? I mean, this is crazy.
She fucked his pussy with a dildo. That's what she did.
That's what I'm guessing. That's what I've deduced just from the pictures alone.
He's like a Machine Gun Kelly. Like, this is not okay.
It is funny that you said he was cute. He does look like a
little Machine Gun
Timu
Kelly.
Wish version of Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah.
Let's hear what his statement is.
I wanted her to be my girl, and that's how it went down.
19 Investigates recorded a phone call with Schwertner, who's currently at the Northeast Ohio.
6.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
That was the end of it.
Oh, I thought that we had like a speech of his or something. What's on the other slide?
Then that's not. If you told her you like her, you want her to be your girl.
Yeah.
Now what would he?
I thought there was like him giving
sex.
a statement. 2 weeks ago, 19 Investigates recorded a phone call. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what's crazy. He's like, I want her to be my girl, but he filed a charge.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's just sex. That's all. Maybe
exactly.
Maybe the sex was bad.
Yeah, I feel like I want to know the details.
There's no
of this.
baby oils.
Yeah, it's all gone.
So no lube, no dildo. Yeah.
I wonder if they can get that at the commissary.
She can get it, right? Like she's a.
Oh yeah,
she
can sneak it in, smuggle it in.
Yeah, she can put it in her
little suit there.
Yeah.
You think Diddy's getting any baby oil at the commissary?
I think his pants is getting down, and all the inmates are raping him to be like a dildo.
Do you think he likes that?
I really feel like he is not even gay. He likes to fuck a man who's not gay to begin the power over them.
Yes,
that's a power play. I don't think Diddy would never like a flamboyant gay guy.
But that's like a way to be like, I'm not gay. I'm just asserting my power. That's like an excuse, don't you think?
Yeah, I don't think Diddy enjoy getting.
I see. I don't think anyone would either way, one way or the other. But have you ever been to you're hanging out with some high-end people here. Mm-hmm. Have you been to any parties where you're like, I got to get out of here before something happens?
It just looks very, very normal, formal, and then something happens is, when you go to a different location.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had to go into a party and sign an NDA?
Yeah.
Many times, yes. I'm
Yes.
sure. That's like old
But I signed in Chinese, so
you can get out of
didn't
it.
mean anything.
That's hilarious. I got this email from KL Skaterboy. It says, Dear Papa Roach, Kevin Little reporting in. This cool, I always call him KL Skaterboy because that's his like email. Kevin Little reporting in. This cool chick is trying to be making a living off of some poor man's baby batter. My question, though, is this case of semen terrorism. She didn't use the semen of the potential victim, thank the Lord, but she is using it as a form of blackmail to force a man into child support whom she has never slept with. What a sticky wicket indeed. Do you have the video of that? It's at the bottom there from Facebook's. So you know it's good if it's from Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
in hopes that my sperm donor would support me financially. I don't work, never have, never will. 1, because I don't want to, and 2, because it's against my religion. My plan was to always just get pregnant and have my baby daddy support me financially through child support.
I want to sign up for that religion.
She
What
has
is
bad
that?
teeth religion. That's what she has.
Typically, anybody who talks about religion in such a zealous way probably has bad teeth. She was trying to, I don't know if you're following her logic here. She doesn't want to work. She was trying to get sperm donated to her and then trap the sperm donor into
The whole idea about sperm donor, they don't want to know their children.
Exactly. So it's like, how are you even going to find out which one it is? And if they do, it's like, yeah, no, that was the point of donating the sperm. I don't want anything to do with the child. So what are you going to get them on exactly? The logic is flawed. That's all I'm getting at. Let's hear what else she says.
Turns out I'm a lesbian, so I had to go to a sperm bank and get artificially inseminated. One of my friends worked at the sperm bank, and she secretly gave me my sperm donor's contact info. I befriended him.
The whole idea
and
is that you don't get a dick in you to inject the sperm, even though you're not a lesbian,
and
bitch.
sent in a sample of his DNA and my son's DNA to make sure that they were a match. And they were. So I was like, perfect. So I'm going to take him to court and try to get child support. I lost. But I'm not giving up hope because now that I'm famous, I'm trying to find a judge that is a fan of mine that will take this case and pretend they don't know who I am and rule in my favor to where my sperm donor still has to support me financially. The kid wouldn't exist if it weren't for him. He should be obligated to pay something.
That sounds like a real Hail Mary.
Josh, we need some of her confidence.
I mean,
we really do.
I mean, yeah, she is like I said, a real Hail Mary of a sort of a wish there. She's just like, yeah, I'm famous now, so I would love a judge to be a fan of mine. He's gonna obviously not say anything about that, and then he'll rule in my favor. That's all it takes. I mean, is this lady's probably gonna be like headlining fucking, the fucking
Apollo.
Yeah,
I mean, the beauty about it is like the whole time her beauty filter wasn't working. After she finished talking, the beauty filter went up. She looked like a dog. I mean, she still looked like a dog. But
yeah, the beauty filter was working hard on that one. It was like I gave up
after
at one point.
After she stopped talking, the beauty filter went
out.
Yeah,
it was like
the beauty filter was flaking. They're like, we are made in China, but we don't go that slow.
Yeah, the thing was like, I can only do so much.
Her teeth is like, I can see them after this conversation. There's one teeth probably fell out. Oh my God. What a trash bag.
Yeah, I don't think she's going to win. I don't think she's going to win either way here in this case. But what audacity, like you said, the confidence that she has. And she's famous now. I wonder how, I mean, do we have
a good eyebrow though?
Does it have her
Maybe
account?
She has like 12 followers. She has more than Jesus.
Well, she could be one of these loons that just gets traction from saying insane shit on Instagram. And then I want to see how many followers she deems fame here. Where is it?
It doesn't.
She probably doesn't have any.
Yeah. That one doesn't.
She thinks she does.
That's not her account. That's somebody reposting it.
Yeah, somebody else.
God, I'd love to know her account. I would go down a wormhole all day long.
Yeah.
And I would love to know what if she has millions followers.
I don't know. Her teeth doesn't look like she has.
She's got a deal with CAA.
Her teeth is not. No. Her teeth is gonna cancel every deal.
Yeah.
Look at this.
God, that is.
The beauty filter did not work the whole time. It's switched on after she stopped talking.
Show the beauty filter flaking out. Let's see. Let's just play it from there.
It's just flaking in at the end.
Yeah.
After she stopped talking.
Play it from there.
Has to support me financially.
It just
the
turns
kid wouldn't
off.
exist if it weren't for him. He should be obligated to pay something.
No, we're not. The
That's
beauty, we're
amazing.
not ruining in your favor, bitch.
What is this nonsense that keeps playing at the end of this thing? These videos
the
are.
next video
It's
down
Facebook, yeah, being Facebook.
Oh my God, those teas.
Gross. Well, Skylar sent in another one. We got one more before we wrap things up. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
It was so nice that you even asked to do it the first time. I was like, does she know what podcast this is? I was very happy.
I like you. I like your comedy, so whatever
Thank
we
you.
are
You're
doing, I know it's
hardworking
gonna be
too.
good.
I very much
I'm a
appreciate it.
communist. You have to.
But Skylar sent in this, and this is about the California Piss Bandit.
What?
Oh my goodness. I feel like there's so many of these. I actually think this is a big nothing burger. A mysterious person known as the Piss Bandit has been causing a stir in Pasadena for the past 6 years.
Oh my God, that's my home.
This person comes out at night, donned with a mask and latex gloves, and regularly leaves bottles of urine in influential neighborhoods, carefully arranging them on a utility box before vanishing into the night. Have you had this happen to you?
Why is the New York Post posting this? Why can't LA Times do it? Like, why is New York trying to make us feel like we have more piss in LA? You have more piss. So New York City smell like piss and rats.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's
you have
true.
the time to talk about Pasadena?
Well, I also thought in California, I mean, just go anywhere in Hollywood and everyone's a piss bandit out there. I mean, it's actually kind of nice this guy's putting it in bottles. Because everyone else seems to
Maybe
just...
a mason jar.
Yeah, everyone else seems to just be pissing
Erewhon.
willy-nilly out there.
Yeah.
The bottles, which include soda bottles, juice cartons, gallon jugs, are filled with yellow liquid and are accompanied by crude drawings and notes like human urine and HIV positive. I don't think piss can be HIV positive. We got a fact check on that? The bandit sometimes strikes multiple times a week, leaving behind fresh bottles each morning that disappear by nightfall. Who's taking? He's actually
You know
cleaning
what?
them
Whoever
up.
is this guy, I need to date him. He's consistent.
Yeah, could you imagine?
I need a consistent king. That's what I need.
Oh my God, you're dating the piss bandit? The city attempted to stop the bandit by adding pointed metal covers to the utility. He loves utility boxes, evidently. The piss bandit simply removed it and continued his antics. It's been a tug of war between the neighborhood and this piss bandit, said Grant Yansura, who, along with filmmaker Derek Milton, launched an investigation into the mysterious figure. So there's going to be a documentary about the piss bandit coming to Netflix soon. Their TikTok videos about the case have garnered over 600,000 views. While Yansura and Milton see the bandit as a vigilante artist akin to Robin Hood, many neighbors view him as a nuisance. What is he, robbing piss from the rich and giving
No,
it
he's
to
just
the poor?
polluting rich neighborhoods, make them feel less.
Look at that, by the way. I was right about AIDS. HIV cannot be transmitted through sweat, urine, or saliva. Hear that, piss bandit? So stick to labeling it. I like how he labels it human urine, though. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
One local expressed disgust, stating he never considered the act as an art form. Another neighbor threatened the bandit, saying, "If I catch you leaving your piss here, I will make you drink every last drop." And the piss bandit's probably like, "Ooh, no, don't." You know?
I'll definitely beat him up.
Yeah.
If I catch him leaving in front of my house, I'll just literally stab him with a knife for sure.
At least he's not pissing on stuff, though.
Yeah, but leaving it
Wouldn't
there
he
is
like
gross.
Yeah, it is a violation.
My gardener worked very hard. I don't want him to pick that up because I don't pay him enough.
Yeah, and then he'll think it's your piss.
I know. And then he will drink it if he knows it's my piss.
He's actually, thanks for the tip. Christmas came early. I can't believe it. Despite the attention, the bandit remains elusive. He ignored the duo's attempts to communicate, even stealing their cameras because they're like leaving him out to try and like capture him like he's Bigfoot or whatever. Sometimes you just have to let an artist pee. His dedication to his craft is what intrigued us, and we wanted to know why, but realized he doesn't want to tell us why. Sometimes you just have to let an artist pee. That's how they end the article there. You just have to. Hey,
artist?
If the piss bandit's out there and you want to come on the show, open seat over here.
Yeah, I'll punch you on the face first.
Yeah, stay away from Jiaoying's lawn.
I hate when people just bring disgusting shit to people's house.
yeah, like it's
always bring flowers. Don't bring piss.
Don't bring a bottle of piss.
Has like no Confucius value. I look down on him or her. I don't want to be sexist.
I think it's a boy in this case, a gentleman. Although we don't know what he identifies as. But thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy you could be here.
You're
absolutely
me.
hilarious. You're so funny. And
thank you.
You're always zigzagging across this great country. And I hope everyone goes out and watches a live show.
Thank you.
Tell everyone again where they can find you.
Yes, Jiaoying Summers. All my social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, JIAOYING SUMMERS. And my comedy tour, summerscomedy.com. Thank you so much.
No problem. And folks, thejoshpotter.com is where you can go find me. Buffalo, November 30th. That's on sale currently. I got some Arizona dates coming up in December. And I'm going to be with Annie this weekend in Minnesota. That's obviously on sale. Thejoshpotter.com is where you can go. And thank you for sending all of your emails in. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com is where you can do it. Wyatt Anderson, if you're out there, buddy, buck up, stick around, just send in more reports. Right, Alex?
Yeah, take care, Doc. Be well.
Yes.
Let us know if you need anything.
Yes, exactly. We're here. JoshPotterShow@gmail.com. That goes for all of you out there. So thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time on The Josh Potter Show.
Coming to you live and direct with the Roach. We shotgun the beers, I got time for a toast. It's the only place I get my sports like for real, son. He taught us nobody's more sus than Russell Wilson.
Here's the deal, son. Won't find us in Walmart. Josh Potter, keep it frank, kinda like a ballpark. It wasn't nothing talking all that jism. Turns out there's a lot of semen terrorism.
Now it's time we hit him. Bringing Votto to the plate. Roachy, your words with Chase O'Donnell the Great. Let me stop for a second, cause it's Ask Marty time. Cause it's idiocy, you know I cannot abide.
Not a fan of these guys, gonna damage the rise. Worse than the host known as the Roach. Leave an idiot woman standing on the side or looking like she just tripped into a moat.
I'ma kill this Henny beat like murder. Been in more studios than most have ever heard of. Pleased to be listening, hit that like and subscribe. So many Bills hats got the mafia vibe.
A lot to describe like a Roach reporter. Teacher on OF, don't report her. Trying to live life with my mannequin wife and my mannequin kids if that's my mannequin right.
Been a fan of this guy since the Roach Motel. Couple 100 weeks in, still funny as hell. From the tit cups to back sis and blind eyes, Potter has one of the best shows of all time.
Now watch this drive. Pop a couple tall cans with the Roach King and caught the vibe. Ready to pour more, scurry out the floorboards, hit like, comment, and subscribe.